Good evening, everyone. We welcome you to Del Mar Racetrack here in beautiful Southern California. I am Jimmy Rakes, your Stride by Stride, here for Stride by Stride coverage of today's action, the penultimate race day of season three of HRFL. Let's take a quick look at the weather here at Del Mar. We have no rain in the forecast. The dirt track is running wet fast, the turf track running good, and the synthetic track running fast. So looks like we had a little bit of rain maybe earlier in the week for that wet fast dirt track. But looking forward to today's races. And of course, for more on all those races, let me send it over to our chief everything of HRFL, Chris Lewis.
All right, hey, thanks, Jimmy. Guys, welcome to Southern California, our first day at Del Mar Racetrack. Um, oh, look, got I got it all screwed up. All right, let's take a look at this. So after day 15 there at the bottom, that's current. So before the last race day, that was at the top. You can see the margins. Uh, Brett had the lead over Alex in the amount of 73,000, and so on. These are Nate chasing Brett, Jimmy chasing Brett, and Alex chasing Brett. So here's how the margins changed. Brett increased his lead over Alex and increased his lead over Jimmy. Nate, though, gained on first place. And you can see um, the gap between third and fourth was about 300,000. It's now much closer to 100,000. Nate had a great race day 15. Um, and you can see there, actually, we can see with the three wins, he had 16 going into day 15. Now he's got 19. So we'll see. We're going to take a look at how else, or what else was the reason for those changes in the margins. So your day 15 recap. Uh, Alex won a race, so that was huge. That was race number 10. Name of Your First Pet won that one, two-time stakes winner, and then won last time out. Brett Stable had a horse get claims for 42,500. That was C grade. What the Fluff being claimed by Kalen Stable. And I like that move because Kalen's not up near the real very top of the standings. What the Fluff is a C grade horse, has a ton of earning potential. And Brett, he's in a position where it made sense to risk a C grade horse in a race like that. So that was a fun that was a fun move. And then you got Zach Sable also won three races and happened to be the first three of the day on day 15. So we'll see if we can keep that kind of momentum going. Before the broadcast started, we were talking about an old-timey baseball player named Dad Clark, and someone has renamed themselves Dad Clark in the chat, and that's pretty funny. All right. All right, top breeder standings. So going into the last race day, it was Charlie in first. Mark's 2-year-olds that he bred had a great day, and he's catapulted way the hell up into first place. Mark's your top breeder right now. That this contest is likely to be decided on the last day, where we've got five stakes races open to 2-year-olds, but right now it's Mark in first place. For this group, only the winner gets any prize money and any recognition. Second place doesn't do it. So that's Mark right now. But for what it's worth, it's interesting here. Second place is uh, $100 is what separates them. All right. We'll bring in the third member of our team. We got Nate with some Nate's knowledge. Nate, you there?
Yes, I am here, Chris. Thank you very much. As we mentioned on the last broadcast last week, Zach is once again in the pursuit of the record for wins in a season. Last year, he was in the same position on the final race day and raced all of his horses, but had four heartbreaking second place finishes and had to settle for 25 wins. This year, he has two race days to try and get that elusive 26 win and beyond. Today, he has 14 horses in the 10 scheduled races, and I know for sure he's going to have all of his horses running on race day 17. Also, last week, I didn't even realize that my stable broke the record for consecutive race days with at least one win, which is now 9 in a row. Back to you.
Awesome. Congrats to you, Nate, on that. And congrats, Zach, on another year with a whole bunch of wins. I've got a little footnote, Chris's knowledge here. as Nate pointed out, Zach's got 14 horses racing today, but there's stiff competition in a lot of those races. So the Chris's knowledge footnote is that in race 7, I Never Lechuga is the sole favorite. In other words, I think I Never Lechuga is a grade E horse, and there's no other horse in the race that's grade E or better. So watch out for race number 7. Maybe that's where Zach gets win number 26. All right, we've also got our interview tonight with Nate. Nate, are you still there?
Yes, good to see you again.
It's good to see you again. All right, hey, oh, whoops, I got to go back. First, man, thanks for all your participation in the league. It's awesome. And same goes to Jimmy for being our stride by stride guide. But Nate, along those lines, you've made some awesome commercials. We started showing 2 per race day. Earlier in the year, you said your goal was to make 1 for every stable. Do you have any update for owners that may have not seen a commercial for their stable yet?
Yes, I know for a fact we have 2 more that are ready to preview today, and then I'll have the last one ready on the last race day.
Boom. All right. So if you haven't seen it yet, be on the lookout. All right. So now let's get serious. There are 2 race days left. I want to give you just an open-ended question because you're the league's top observer. Tell us what you make of the race for the championship this year.
I think it's a fun one. No, it's really competitive. Got, the 4 of us going for it. I think Brett has an edge because he has the 4 A grade horses that he can put in the Breeders' Cup Classic and just kind of seal the deal there. But I know each Alex and Jimmy each have their A grade horses, checkmate and apology accepted. And
Hmm.
I'm in the unfamiliar position of being behind going into the last 2 race days. But well, if any stable can do it, it's me.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, yeah, it's fun to watch. I think we're a little closer at we're more jumbled at the top than we have been in the past.
Mhm.
All right, let's see. So here's your day 16 preview. I'm just taking a look at those top 4 stables. So Brett's got 2 horses racing today. So of course, those are big. Alex has 3 racing today. Of course, those are big. Jimmy trying to close the gap has 14 today. Nate with the same objective has 9 horses racing today. So I'm watching them. And here's your look at the standings. You can see there wasn't really much shuffling place wise. Andrew passed Walt for 10th place, but it's in the margins where it matters. And we saw how those grew and shrunk in the top 4. All right, so we'll have the Dark Horse Detective after this, but first we'll have the first of those 2 commercials Nate said were coming.
Most of the time, being on the fence isn't great. But in this case, it's right where we want to be.
All right, nice. That's Foos Picket Fence from Christian Stable. Uh,
Most of the time, being on the fence isn't great.
I'm not good at progressing it. Is it space? There we go. Sorry, I didn't have the video centered for most of that. Uh,
All good, man.
nice, but yeah, good one. All right, let's do everyone's favorite segment, Dark Horse Detective. Breakage.
It's good to see you again. Um, Here we are, penultimate race day, of course. Trying to get one more dark horse win. I got one this year. Trying to get at least one more. Only 2 chances left, of course. This race day, though, going with our third to last race, not our penultimate race, but can't do it all penultimately. But race number 8, and loaded field here, one short of a full field. And I'm going all the way down to the G grades for my dark horse. We're going with Rise to Vote Sir in gate number 15. She's a big fan of the long distance and also enjoys the turf. And as you can see there, $162,000 in career prize money as a G grade horse. That's insanity. So going with Rise to Vote Sir to win race number 8.
All right, well, we'll watch out for that. Definitely a dark horse.
Indeed.
All right. Another announcement is one more race day until the Breeders' Cup meet, which is huge. We'll have tonight our penultimate day, of course. But the Breeders' Cup meet that's coming up, there's 13 stakes races. The stakes purses are over $3.6 million, and then there's 3 other races on top of that. Just for some brief context, here's the standings again. And so to highlight the purse money available, of course, some goes to jockey fees and trainer fees and that, and the winner doesn't take all, split between the top 6 in each race. But here's the standings, and 3.6 million is available. So you can't overstate how big the Breeders' Cup meet is. It's coming up. All right. Oh yeah, you probably saw on the Discord, but the announcement for next year, I'm excited about this, is there's a schedule revamp that I've been planning and working on. So we're going to be down to 16 race days. This year we've got 17. The first 2 years we had 18. So we're shrinking the calendar and it'll be down to 16. And then there's going to be more smaller stakes races. And so at least one stakes race every day. And I think that'll be a lot of fun. And it should allow for more shuffling around in the standings as we go. All right, one last look at the standings, and then we'll do this second commercial that we're pumped about, and we'll head to the track.
When a tree has good roots,
Portugal the Fast, and epic performance here. Distracted, holding off the field, getting the win for Zach.
it can bear many fruits.
Generational talent, holding off the field, getting the win by a big lead.
The sweetness of victory is within reach. Generational talent, standing at Andrew's stable.
There you go.
Nicely done.
Woo.
That tree.
How do you progress?
What are you doing, Chris?
Right arrow, down arrow? Let's just do this. I think that was it anyway. Right, yeah, that was the last slide anyway.
All right, let's get to racing.
All
How
right.
about that? That's what we're here for, you know.
Okay.
All right, welcome back, everybody.
I do want to
Jimmy
say,
Rakes here.
Nate,
Go
those were
ahead.
great. Those were great commercials, Nate.
Yes,
Oh, thank you.
can't overstate that.
All right.
Great commercials. Thanks, Nate. Can't wait for the last one next week. And yeah, great all season, Nate.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's get that on the track here. First race of the day. Everybody's getting money in this one. We've got 6 racers and all from the K grade here, so should be a close one. What do you guys see in our first race, Chris and Nate?
Let's not say we did won his last time out on race day 11. Can he make the rest of the day easy for Zach and get the win out of the way right now?
I would point out that as K grade horses, these horses are always in fields with horses better than them. Where this race is open only to K grade horses, it's a huge opportunity for all 6 of them. Let's see which one will seize it.
Indeed. All right, out to the dirt track, race number 1. And they're off. Sensei taking an early lead. Let's not say we did, along with Crop Circle Lookout and the Gardner. Right there, Gardner now in the lead, passing Sensei. Det Cetera now up into second. Sensei there in third. Calamity, let's not say we did. Crop Circle Lookout in the second group. But we've got 3 horses nose to nose at the halfway point. Det Cetera, Sensei, the Gardner, And now here comes Let's Not Say We Did. Crop Circle Lookout as well. Sensei, though, with a slight lead as they get near the last turn. Det Cetera not far behind. Crop Circle Lookout now up in the third. Calamity in fourth, but Sensei maintaining the lead as they come down the stretch. Calamity, the Gardener, Det Cetera all making a run towards Sensei. Sensei holding everybody off right now and getting the win for Stefan. Race number one, Sensei the victory, Calamity, Det Cetera, the unknown horses in second and third. Let's Not Say We Did in fourth. Then it's the Gardener and Crop Circle Lookout rounding out the money. As we said, everybody gets money, but Stefan's stable with Sensei gets the most.
Yeah, congrats, Stefan. He's not here tonight because he's in a rock band playing live. Well, actually, maybe he is. I scrolled down. Maybe he is here. If you already played, I hope
see where his priorities are. No,
yeah. All right, congrats, Stefan.
Nicely done. All right, race number 2. We're stepping up 1 grade to all the J grades here. Still on the dirt, 9 furlongs, and we've got 9 horses here. Zach with 2 chances to set that record. What else you guys see?
So Zoom Legionnaire with a win into second place finishes this year is the top earning J grade horse this season with $48,000 in prize money.
Ooh, okay. And yeah, career highest earner in the field. I guess, I'm always interested in career debuts, and that's Testament in the number 1 spot.
All right, back out to the dirt. Race number 2, and they're off. Yin Yang Triplet out early. Testament there as well, now taking the early lead around the first turn and building that lead a bit. Wilkeman now up into second, making it 1-2 for Walt. Yin Yang Triplet, Russian Sympathizer, Dignified, Pogacha, Earthling, all right there. We've got a lot of horses in it up front at the halfway point. Pogacha now taking the lead from Testament and building out to a half-length lead. Testament keeping pace. Wilkeman, Earthling, all little back. Yingling Triplet as well. Earthling now making their way up a 3-horse race as they come down the stretch. Earthling in the lead. Testament and Pogacha not far behind. There's Zoom Legionnaire zooming up there as well and taking the lead and finishing strong. Zoom Legionnaire, the unknown horse, gets the win. Testament in second from Walt Stable. Russian Sympathizer third. Pogacha, Earthling, and Yin Yang Triplet rounding out the money. Wilkeman, Central Bank, and Dignified. Central Bank and Dignified for Zach there at the bottom, but Zoom Legionnaire making it a win for an unowned horse here.
Yeah, boo, but that's the horse Nate highlighted for us. I don't know if people saw, but Pogacha's namesake is a Tour de France cyclist who won the yellow jacket for I think Charlie was telling us it was like the 3rd time just the other day.
I noticed that.
Yeah,
I forgot that's what they named that, but yeah, very nice. All right, on to race number 3. Another bump up in grade. We've got the I grade horses here over on the turf. 8 horses, including 2 from my stable. And we've got... Okay, yeah, what else we got, guys?
So no horses in this field have a win on the turf, but both Spick and Span has 2 second-place finishes, so we'll see if they can get the first win on the turf.
We got all eyes on the turf. So when we're watching for Zach to get maybe that 26th win, all I could afford is certainly had the most success in their career of the 8 horses in this field. So maybe this is it.
Maybe we shall see. All right, out to the turf. Last horse in the gate, and they're off. The Haunt up front there with Schoolyard Chum, 1-2. As they come around the first turn. Trickeration, Digital Clutter, William Nilliam, Eye Candy, both Spick and Span. All I could afford. All a bit ways back. Trickeration trying to make their way up there, but Schoolyard Chum setting the pace. Trickeration and the Haunt back and forth for second. The Haunt now taking the lead at the halfway point. Half-length lead over Schoolyard Chum, who's got a half-length lead over the field. Both Spick and Span and Eye Candy up into third and fourth. Trying to make it a 2-3, maybe 4-horse race. The Haunt, though, with a slight lead over Schoolyard Chum and the field as they come down the stretch. Schoolyard Chum trying to keep with the Haunt. It's nose to nose. Both Spick and Span, William Nilliam all making a run too. Schoolyard Chum there. Both Spick and Span right there. It's going to be a photo finish. 4-5. The whole damn field finished In a photo finish, it's William Nilliam getting the win for Christian Stable. Both Spick and Span in second. Schoolyard Chum, also from Christian Stable, in third. Digital Clutter, Trickeration, and All I Could Afford rounding out the money. Eye Candy and The Haunt end up seventh and eighth. We have got to see a replay of that.
Yeah,
Total chaos there, the last stretch.
yes, and I forgot about this race, but I think this might have been the closest race ever from first to last.
Holy shit.
Yeah, there's your finish, but yeah, you just blink in between first and last finishes. So here's the very end again. Very exciting race. And then here's about a three-way tie for first.
Just a ridiculous photo finish here.
Yeah.
Wow.
1 through 8. Very fun race, tight race. Congrats to Christian.
Awesome. All right. On to race number 4. Again, creeping up that grade list up to H for race number 4, 10.5 furlongs on the dirt. And of course, I got 2 horses in here. Zach also with another horse. What else do y'all see?
So my former horse, Buttons and Zips, in that 11 starts on the dirt, 8 of those being top 3 finishes, earning over $115,000 on the surface.
To me, this looks like about a head-to-head matchup between Buttons and Zips and that and Mediocre Samaritan when you look at their career prize money against everyone else. Of course, there's a couple 2-year-olds in the field that haven't had a chance to build that reputation yet. And then we got another multiple-time winner in the Rural Juror in the number 1 post position. So a few interesting horses, and on paper they're all grade H, so should be a good one.
Indeed. We'll see if we can. I don't know if we'll have one as close as the last one, but perhaps we shall see out on the dirt. And they're off. Millionaire, along with German American Club and Credible Source, all up front. Cosmic Jukebox there as well, but Credible Source building a slight lead as they come around the turn. Funk's So Rubbing now up into second. Buttons and Zips in that there as well. And it's those two, 1-2 right now. The Rural Juror now up in the third. Mumbo Jumbo, German American Club, Cosmic Jukebox all coming up there as well. But Buttons and Zips in that. Now holding off Cosmic Jukebox past the halfway point. Funk's So Rub is there right now. And as they come down the stretch, the rest of the field trying to catch up. Cosmic Jukebox, though, the half-length lead over Buttons and Zips in that, who's got a half-length lead over the rest of the field. Cosmic Jukebox building that lead and racing towards the finish. Gets another win for Christian Stable. That's back-to-back. Buttons and Zips in that ends up in second for Mark. Credible Source in third. Mumbo Jumbo for Walton fourth. Mediocre Samaritan for Zach in fifth. And my boy Funk's So Rubba rounding out the money. Then it's German American Club, Hey Wise Guy, the Rural Juror, and Millionaire rounding out the field. Christian, though, second win of the day. Congrats.
Yeah, back to back, and on Boo's Picket Fences commercial day. So congrats to Christian.
Nicely done. All right. On to our next race, race number 5. Back on the turf, we've got a short one, 6 furlongs with some G's and H's here. Zach, of course, 3 horses, 3 chances for that record here. And Christian, Nate, myself, and let's see, I was trying to name them all. Mark, and why am I forgetting the S?
That's Stefan.
Stefan, duh. There we go. All right. What else you guys see?
So you've been warned one his last time out on race day 14 on the downhill course. Rumors swirling. If he gets his 6th win, could this be his final race?
Ooh.
You've been warned. I guess I'm watching Kerfuffles having their career debut. And then, yeah, I haven't really been focusing a lot on those owners in the top 4, but we should. And that's Jimmy and Nate here. 3 horses from those stables.
Indeed. Every dollar counts here on this penultimate race day. Last horse in the gate on the turf, and they're off. E.W. Pokey out there with Off Color and Kerfuffle early. Swiss Day Escape, retro scripting there as well. Off Color, You've Been Warned back and forth. Retro scripting there up in that top group, and it's 1-2 Off Color and retro scripting early on. Goose Knuckle, Swiss Day Escape now up into third. Retro scripting now passing Off Color past the halfway point. They're switching back and forth. Off Color said, no way, I'm taking off. Huge lead right now as they get toward the last turn. Regular but Friday creeping up there into second. Kerfuffle there as well. Now they're in second, trying to catch up with Off Color, who's got a huge lead as they come down the stretch. It's Time Sensitive now making a run. Berserk is there as well. Off Color trying to hold off the field. Regular but Friday is there. And a photo finish. Off Color holds them off. Gets the win for Zach. That is history. Regular but Friday in second, followed by Berserk. It's Time Sensitive retro scripting and Goose Knuckle rounding out the money. Then it's You've Been Warned, Body Surfer, Kerfuffle, Swiss Day Escape, EW, Pokey Crustacean Team Name, New Alliance, and Up the Terraces. Well, let's give it up to Zach. The victory. He's got the record.
Woo!
Woo, yeah, congrats, Zach. 26 wins on the year. This race was Off Colors, and then just it kept looking like there were challengers, right? It's going to be Regular but Friday, but no, it's going to be Kerfuffle, but no. How about Berserk? Times and just nobody could.
Everybody gave it a shot.
Yeah. So Off Color and then Regular but Friday really gave it a shot at the end there. That's a photo finish.
Absolutely.
All
All right. Dad Clark giving you some love here. Huge record
Yes.
for Zach. And congrats again. And plenty of time here to make that record even bigger. So we'll keep an eye on that, of course. Race number 6, back over on the dirt, 9 furlongs, and bunch of G's here. 17 of them. And what do you guys see?
So AI Handshake, 2 wins in 4 starts this season, including her last time out on race day 14.
So at the top of the standings, Brett and Alex have very few horses racing today, but one of them is AI Handshake from Alex's stable. In our other standings, the top breeder standings, first place is Mark, and Traeger 575 is a Mark bred horse. So that's important for that race.
All right, back out to the dirt. And they're off. The Penske File setting the pace early. Bartlett's Begonias right there, along with Selected Varieties and Citronaut as they come around the first turn. Penske File now taking a half-length lead. Bartlett's Begonias there in second. Hot Sauce now up in the third. Selected Varieties, surprise number 2. Gefilte Fish, Mount Timpanogos, all in that second group, but the Penske File and Hot Sauce back and forth as they come towards the last turn. Hot Sauce slight lead, Selected Varieties, Bartlett's Begonias, lots of movement underneath, but it's the Penske File and Hot Sauce going back and forth. Citronaut making a run. Moral Hazards there as well. Bartlett's Begonias, 5, 6, maybe 7 horse races they come down the stretch. Citronaut and Hot Sauce though, 1, 2. Moral Hazard, Selected Varieties trying to catch up, and it's everybody free for all here. Play Make Believe, who I don't even think I mentioned the whole race, wins it for Nate. Definitely going to have to see a replay on that. Selected Varieties in second, Such a Clatter third, the Penske File fourth, Traeger 575, and Wide Open Spaces rounding out the money. Then Citronaut, Hot Sauce, AI Handshake, Luck of the Draw, Chairman of the Board, Surprise number 2, Speakeasy, Gefilte Fish, Mount Timpanogos, Moral Hazard, and Bartlett's Begonias ending up in last after all of that racing. Play Make Believe, a win for Nate. Holy shit.
Yeah, congrats, Nate. Crazy.
What a move.
Yeah, Play Make Believe saved all their speed for the end. Andrew also notes that Such a Clatter with a wild back quarter comeback too.
Wow.
Yeah,
look at Play Make Believe down there.
Yeah,
just
down
reeled everybody in
and
at
then
the end.
Yeah, and then at this point
That's
really
insane.
pretty close. Right? I mean, Wide Open Spaces is still in it for first place here.
Absolutely.
And that's how they sorted out. So congrats, Nate. Another close one. Great race.
Another close one. All right. Man, we've had some of the closest races maybe in the history of the league here tonight.
Yeah. Well, definitely that one. And I think the grades maybe lend
That helps.
themselves to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Nicely done. All right. Let's go on third to last, or race number 7. Sorry.
Yeah.
Trying out the synthetic track here. Claiming race 20K will get you one of these horses, and 17 deep here. Varied field. Of course, we got I Never Lechuga as the only E-grade horse, and your favorite, although we've got a few F-grade horses as well. What else do you guys see?
So speaking of the favorite, I Never Lechuga has a win on synthetic before, along with Ya Big. So we'll see if each of them can get their second win on synthetic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I never lay Chuga's the horse I highlighted in this race in the pregame. Zach already got his 26th win, but that's a horse to watch again. Of the F grade horses, one of them is Intentional Sound from Brett's stable, right? We're really watching Brett and Alex's entries, the couple that they have. Intentional Sound has some pretty severe fatigue going into this race, though, but is an F grade horse. So we'll see how that factors in.
Indeed, we will. All right. Over to the synthetic track here at Del Mar. And they're off. Arabian Sun sprinting out to an early lead for Andrew. Ronnie in the Law overtaken along with Intentional Sound now in the lead. But Ronnie in the Law, Arabian Sun, Stampedo, I Never Lechuga, all right there, going back and forth. I Never Lechuga, Intentional Sound in that front group, Television Static, Arabian Sun, Ronnie in the Law, Gratitude, Entitled 3, all there. The rest of the field might catch as well, but Intentional Sound and Arabian Sun are out front as they come down the stretch. Arabian Sun now pulling away. Huge lead over the field. Television Static trying to reel him back in. It's 1-2 right now for Nate. Arabian Sun, Television Static, I Never Lechuga making a huge run late and gets the win for Zach. What a run late for I Never Lechuga. Arabian Sun in second. Ya Big ends up in third, hit by a train. Television Static and the Old Elm Tree rounding out the money. Then Intentional Sound, Ronnie in the Law, Entitled 3, Used Car Salesman, Face the Facts, Prison Break, Gratitude, Stampedo, Mr. Mustachio, Real Tiki, and Almost Yankee rounding out the field. But a huge sprint to win it there for I Never Lechuga and Zach building up that season win record.
Yeah, how about that? Arabian Sun seemed to have it in the bag, and Nate was running first and second. And then Arabian Sun, I guess, ran out of gas, and I Never Lay Chuga, the favorite in the race, had enough left in the tank. So congrats,
That one
Zach.
hurts.
Yeah, yeah. But congrats, Zach. And Nate did get second and fifth in that one.
Yes,
So
he
that was
done.
a claims race.
Yes.
No claims.
No claims. All right. 3 more races left here in our penultimate race day of the season. All 3 of them on the turf. We're going to start out with the longest race, 12 furlongs. And we've got some talented horses here, almost a full field. And as I mentioned pregame, my dark horse Rise to Vote, Sir, in gate 15. And a lot of other talented horses. We've got McGorse making their debut for Christian Stable. And we've also got E.T. Phone Home making their debut for Christian Stable as well. What else do you guys see?
So we have a pair of half brothers duking it out in this one. E.T. Phone
Ooh.
Home and Belafonte are both sons of the Empress.
Awesome. I was going to point out those horses. One is because we're watching Alex and Brett's horses. Belafonte is Alex's horse, so an important one racing here. And then the 2 career debuts includes E.T. Phone Home from Christian Stable and McGorse from Christian Stable, and that's to be read like Horse McGorse.
Horse.
Horse McGorse. So yeah, we'll get those. Those are some horses to watch. Big field, 19 horses.
Yes, huge field. Let's get them all in the gate here on the turf. As we said, long race here, 12 furlongs. And they're off. Combustication, along with Image Not Found and Runt, setting the pace early. Runt, Combustication, Image Not Found. Back and forth, Image Not Found, though, the big lead. E.T. Phone Home up there, Campfire Songs. Combustication there as well. Halfway point, it's Combustication, Image Not Found, Infinite Wisdom, Wind Up Delivery. Switching back and forth, Wind Up Delivery now. Big lead, Infinite Wisdom, and Runt making a late run. Runt's right there, taking the lead as they come down the stretch. Our old pal Runt making another run. Can they get another win? Infinite Wisdom, Enchantment, Wind Up Delivery, trying to reel him in. Wind Up Delivery ends up overtaking Runt and getting the win for Alex's stable. Runt in second for Stefan, Enchantment, and Infinite Wisdom. 3-4 for Mark. Campfire Songs in fifth for Zach, and Image Not Found Rounding out the money for Christian, then Johnny's Bullpen, Compustication, Horse McGorse, ET Phone Home, I Want a Windfall, No Nuclear Option, Rise to Vote, Sir, damn it, Hippie DNA, Belafonte, Total Smoke Show, Appetite Circus, No More Maxwell's, and Trinket rounding out the field. But Wind Up Delivery getting the win for Alex.
For Kaylin, and congrats, Kaylin.
Oh my God. Kaylin, I'm sorry.
That's right. She's actually not live like here, which
Oh,
she
thank
normally is,
goodness.
but yeah.
So she'll be upset later.
Yeah, I'm gonna hear
Yes.
it through a messenger probably. All
There
right.
you go. All right. Yeah.
Sorry about
Congrats,
that. But
Kaylin.
yeah, congrats to Kalen. Wind Up Delivery. Huge finish there.
You know, I'm going to take a 1 minute detour. Nate mentioned that there were half brothers there. So if you haven't looked yet, there's tabs at the bottom of your private sheets. One of them is Relative Finder. And I made this because during the breeding season that's coming up, uh, there's now a possibility that you could accidentally or on purpose, but you shouldn't inbreed horses. So this is a way to check. So for example, if I put in 29 for Peterburg, there
Yeah.
all the horses related to Peterburg. Let's see, which one did you Belafonte 418. Look, if I put that in, you can see there.
Nice.
The dad is We Don't Say That. Empress is the mom. And then here's all these half siblings, including E.T. Phone Home, who's the only half sibling that isn't related to We Don't Say That, unlike all these other ones. So that's a cool thing. And you might, to be prudent, use that during the breeding season that's coming up.
Awesome, Chris. Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah. All right,
Should
back
definitely
to
help out. And we'll get right back to the racing here. Our penultimate race of the penultimate race day of this season. Our last claiming race, 27.5 grand. We'll get you one of these horses staying on the turf for 9 furlongs and 16 horses. Taboo making their debut for Stefan's stable. And what else do you guys see?
So 24/7 PN Express had a great year last year, but this season has been a struggle with only one top 3 finish and 4 starts. However, he has 4 top 3 finishes and 5 career turf starts. So hopefully, long shot in this field, but maybe they can turn it around.
Yeah, he was on a rampage last year. Let's Play 2 is the other entry. I think the last entry from Brett or Alex's. Oh, no, last entry from Brett's stable today. And then I failed to mention it in the previous claims race, but Andrew had 4 horses in the previous claims race, and he's got 4 in this claims race too. So he's invested in those today.
All right, let's see how it shakes out here. Last horse in the gate. And they're off. Taboo in their debut out early. Home Movies, cream of the crop there as well. Amplify, Astronomy, Red Scamper, trying to make their way up there, but cream of the crop now half-link lead over to Home Movies. Let's Play 2 now up into second, back and forth with Taboo, Junior Bacon, Astronomy, all behind cream of the crop right now, halfway point. Now Taboo in their debut, building that lead for Stefan. Home Movies trying to keep pace along with Vermilion Rose. Let's Play 2 there as well. But Taboo in front as they come down the stretch. Is Taboo going to win their debut? Vermilion Rose is there. Tribe Called Taft, but Taboo making a no-doubter. Gets the win in their first race for Stefan. Tribe Called Taft in second. Vermilion Rose there in third after the photo. Susanna fourth. Red Scamper fifth. Home Movies rounding out the money. Then Geronimo, Let's Play 2. Cream of the crop. 18 character limit. 24/7 Peony Express. Astronomy, we've met before. Amplify, Junior Bacon, and Claventricus rounding out the field. But congrats, Stefan. Taboo, 1 for 1.
Yeah, congrats, Stefan. His second win of the day. By the way, he bred Taboo, and I believe that this put him into second place in the breeder standings. I'm not sure. I've in the past not updated those live on the broadcast, but if you remind me, I'll try to do that tonight so we can look at those standings. But so big win, great for Stefan and Taboo.
Absolutely.
And by the way, that's a great name. Taboo's parents are We Don't Say That and Snafu. And Snafu, just with the U on the end.
Yeah.
And it would be a snafu to say what you're not supposed to say, which is also taboo.
Oh,
Great name.
very well. Very nice.
Huge
All
one.
right. Any claims in that one, Chris?
There were no claims.
All right. On to the last race of this penultimate race day. 6.5 furlongs, staying on the turf. $95,000 purse. And some talented horses here, D, E, and F grade horses. Chef's Kiss in gate number 1 making their debut. What else you guys see?
So we have a mother-daughter pairing in this race with Lucy Level Excited going up against Renegade Chop.
Nice.
Her mom, look at that. To me, the horse to watch is Pathfinder. Alex is in second place. This is the biggest purse of the night, and Pathfinder grade-wise is one of the favorites. So probably the horse that could make the biggest impact this evening is Pathfinder.
All right. Let's see how it shakes out. Last race of the day. The last horse in the gate. And they're off. Millennial 1999 along with Lucy Level Excited. Trivia Night. Take Me to Your Leader. Renegade Chop all close up there as we get going. Millennial 99. Lucy Level Excited now up there. Millennial 1999 with a slight lead over the field, those past the halfway point. Starfire now up in the second. Trivia Night's there as well. Lucy Level Excited, Cloud Chaser, Pathfinder all trying to catch up, but Millennial 1999 is building that lead. It's a huge lead now. Trivia Night, Starfire trying to reel them in. Trivia Night making a run. Millennial 1999, though, holds them off, gets the win for Stefan. Back to back there. Wins to end the race day. Trivia Night in second, Starfire third, Renegade Chop in fourth, Cloud Chaser fifth, and Take Me to Your Leader rounding out the money. Then it's Don't Mention It, Lucy Level Excited, Pathfinder, Go Figure, The Bloodlust, and Chef's Kiss ending up in the rear in their first race. But Stefan's stable, Millennial 1999 and Taboo winning the last 2 races of this penultimate race day. Congrats.
Yeah, two biggest paying races of the day too, and 3 total race wins for Stefan. Huge night for him. Congrats to Stefan.
Absolutely. All right. Let Chris update the standings here. And of course, remind you our biggest race day of the season coming up in 2 weeks, the Breeders' Cup. 15 or 16 stakes races, I believe, coming up.
13.
Not even close, Jimmy. 13. And yeah, can't wait for that. We've got so much up for grabs here. So close here in the top 6, top 8 even. Very close as we go into the last race day. It's anybody's season. Will we continue to have one HRFL champion? Will Nate make a comeback, or will we have our second ever season champion other than Nate? We shall see.
All right, so there's the updated standings. It's going to be about 105,000 that separates first from second. The drop off after 4, I think, I mean, there's a lot of money available on the last race day, but we've got a pretty clear top 4, I think, and then top 6 are in the money. Zach with his 27 wins is really right on the heels of Johnny. And so is Charlie in 8th place. All right, let's see if I can update this quick. So we got Mark as the first place stable in the top breeder category. This isn't gonna, well, let's just see what it does. Let's see if we can do it. All right, yeah, it did it. Zach's in 3rd, Stefan's in 2nd, and Mark went up a little bit. He's still in 1st in the top breeder standings.
Awesome. All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. For Nate and Chris, this is Jimmy. We look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks for the Breeders' Cup, our finale of Season 3 here in HRFL. Have a great night, everybody.